Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new around here. My name is Brittany. In today's video, we are tackling classroom setup day 2. And if you are new around here, then you may not know that I am a 4th grade teacher. I'm about to begin my 13th year teaching. I previously taught 6th grade for 9 years, and now I'm about to begin my 4th year teaching 4th grade. So today we are working on some of the smaller details. And what I mean by that is going through shelves, going through cabinets, and really determining what needs to stay and what could possibly go. This isn't always the easiest thing to do when you're a teacher. We can often have that mentality of hold on to everything because you never know when you might need it or when you might use it. And I'm really working hard to break that cycle and to just be intentional with the things that I keep here and house here in my classroom. This is a mentality that I work with throughout all aspects of my life, from my personal life at home to here at school. And because I have taught for 12 years now, I feel more empowered than ever to be able to make effective decisions and determine what sorts of things I want to hold on to and what sorts of things I can let go of. I'm really looking forward to paring down some of the items here in my classroom. I think that's just going to be a really freeing feeling. This is not something I ever have time to do once the school year begins, this more like deep clean. And so I know now is the time to get this done. So we're gonna see what we can get accomplished today. I'm not here for all that long. It's already a little bit after 4 o'clock and my kids have track practice at 5:30 tonight. So I'm not planning to be here all that long. So we're kind of just gonna see what we can get accomplished. Upon entering the classroom, something that I found that I was very excited about was this box on my desk, and it's full of classroom materials that I had ordered. I'm super excited about this. So these are some additional lanterns, like the ones that are already hanging up in my room. I love these lanterns. Kids often tell me how much they also love them. It just gives our room a very whimsical vibe. Makes me so happy, and I think it makes the kids happy too. So really excited to be able to add some additional lanterns throughout the room. And then, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about these items. So this is what I spent my school budget on. I get $200 for materials, and this, I think maybe is all of it. I'm not sure. I'm so excited about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta take a deep breath. I'm really, really excited about these things. Here's some more. Oh, wait. These are the lanterns. These are something new I'm adding to the classroom. You were probably looking at these and thinking, Brittany, those don't really look like lanterns.
What are those?
They are paper fans, so they kind of fan out. These I don't have anywhere yet, but I'm very excited to add them. So these are going to be unboxed and put up in classroom setup day 3, though I'm really chomping at the bit now that they're here. Also in this box, I have this package of these 30 zippered pouches. They're a pretty good size. I think I ordered the largest ones. And they zip like so, and they're reusable. Just so good for storing so many different things. So I'm actually really, really glad that those arrived today, because I may end up using these as I am organizing today. Oh, maybe I got a variety pack actually. That would be even more exciting. We'll have to see once I get into it. I can't remember now. I ordered all of this stuff when the previous school year ended, so end of May, beginning of June. Oh, what is this? Is this Velcro dots? That's what it feels like. Let's read the label. Yes, self-adhesive Velcro dots. Love Velcro dots. So we have a whole pack of those. I don't even know how many are in here, but a good amount from what I remember. I'm excited about this. We have pencil parking. I go with this concept of every student gets a pencil with their name on it to start the school year. It's brand new, it's in great shape, and then my expectation is that the kids keep their pencils sharpened and safe, and they put them back. It's been into a basket in the past, which has been like hit or miss whether they actually get it back in the basket or not. So I want to experiment with this pencil parking, but we also have E.V.E.R.Y.T.H.I.N.G bucks in our classroom, so if kids lose their pencil, they have to pay 5 E.V.E.R.Y.T.H.I.N.G bucks to buy a new one. If they just use their pencil responsibly and it gets down to a little tiny stubby thing, I replace it at no cost. So we are kind of instilling some 4th grade skills while also just managing our pencils and being a little more responsible with them. What I can say about that is that I just went this whole past school year using pencils that way, and we went through significantly less pencils, so many less pencils. Prior to that, it seemed like we were going through a box of pencils a week, and kids just didn't care if they fell, got broken, if they broke them on purpose. So anyway, Pencil parking is here, and the goal with that is that we're going to be able to keep track of our pencils with our names on it even more thoroughly. What else do we have in here? Some things that weren't included in my $200, but a tape dispenser, that's just part of like our classroom supplies that are supplied for us. We've got some Scotch tape. No, this is, what is this?
Masking tape.
Masking tape, thank you. Masking tape. Then we have some of the clear Scotch tape. I'm not even going to take that out right now. Staples, a couple of dry erase board markers, some beautiful Ticonderoga pencils. This is something I'm super, super excited about. Maybe my favorite thing that I purchased with my classroom budget, a label maker. I am so stoked about having a label maker. I am about to go nuts and label all the things. How convenient that this stuff arrived. I had no idea it was here when I came in today. And then this might just be folders. So, yep, that looks like folders. So this isn't all of the items that I purchased with my $200, which makes sense. This is early in the year. It's not even actually August yet. So this is really early for some of the stuff to even be coming in. So kudos to our office staff for getting things ordered early this year and actually having things to us before it's even August. That's crazy and unheard of. I will have to be sure to pass a thank you along to them. But let's start using at least maybe the label maker. I think it needs batteries, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to acquire those right now, but these pouches will be available for me to use. And then might get the pencil parking hung up today too. We'll see. But the fans and the lanterns will get saved for decorating day. And then also at the end of the year last year, I had a couple of situations where some items were purchased and gifted to the classroom, so we did also get this multi-pack of different sizes of lanterns, so that's going to be really fun to hang up. Look at those beautiful, oh, I think actually it might be the exact same pack. I love it. We're going to have lanterns everywhere. It's going to feel like Rapunzel in here, or Tangled, no? Yeah, Tangled. And then also these lights, this lighting strip. I'm really excited about this because we can change the colors on them. So not sure exactly where I want to put that yet, but all of these things are to come in day 3 where we do the decorating. So kind of a tease for today, but there's a little sneak peek at some of the things that are to come. Wait, I didn't even grab everything off the shelf. Also this strip of lights. How did I get all of these strips of lights? I think this one was purchased by someone, and then around Valentine's Day, I think we got a $25 gift card to Amazon, and I purchased these at that point and then never ended up putting them up because then I was like, oh, I want to change my room. And then it was, do I put these up knowing I want to change my room over the summer, or do I just wait? And evidently I just waited. So anyway, look at the fun that we are going to have when we get decorating. I am actually going to take everything out of this box because then I'm going to try and work smarter, not harder, and use this box as a container to hold some of the items that I'm planning to get rid of. That seems like a smart thing to do. All right, we are making progress. I've emptied off the shelf, taken the containers and put them up here so I can go through them. And I'm kind of discovering what my issue is. I've been trying to have 2 desks. My desk used to be back there, and I was trying to have all of the desk related items in that area, but then I also needed them up here for when I was teaching. Things like scissors, sticky notes, markers, pens, pencils, and so I was just trying to keep all the items that you would have on a desk, both in the back of the room and also up here. And it's really just not working out to try to have 2 spaces. So having everything in this one area is working out a whole lot better already. I'm very excited to have everything in one place. It feels cohesive. It feels a lot more like it is meant to be, and that this is going to be a productive way to conduct business in a classroom, and I won't need to be traveling to the back of the classroom to get things or trying to store things in more than one place. This is going to prevent me from feeling like I need to have items all over the place, and I'm no longer going to need to store half of these things in this little cubby, because it's not a far walk from this space over to my desk area now. So a lot of these items can just come out, and this shelf can be used more effectively for whatever I may need to house here, because it's just a quick walk to this area to get whatever I need. A telltale sign that a teacher has been here testing her markers to see if they still work, and how my children are currently choosing to entertain themselves while I get some work done in my classroom. Good job, Colin. Ooh, good job, Charlie. Oh, good job, Eli. Woo. Update on how things are going. I've gotten this area, if you can see it, pretty much cleaned off. So this is the last basket over there. Gel pens. And I mean, things have to get worse before they get better, right? So my desk area is an absolute mess, but we are making progress, so I'm feeling good about that. I am absolutely itching to do the decorating side of things because that is way more fun, but we are making progress, and as it turns out, the majority of the things that I am getting rid of are trash. This is all I'm getting rid of so far that is not trash, and that trash can is real full. So the majority of things were just not reusable by anyone and just needed to go. So I am feeling like, as I said, we're making progress. This whole area is stressing me out a little, but one thing at a time, a little by little. The shelves over here are looking a lot better, so let me give you a little tour of those. Here's what we have going on so far. I have a lot more open shelf space than I have had in the past, so that is progress. I want things to just look neat, orderly, tidy. This is just generally a busy corner of the classroom. I don't know that I can pare it down a ton unless I were to take down my personal pictures, and I don't really want to do that. This is also just serves as sort of the bulletin board area of the classroom, if you will. It just has all the information that kids might need to know on a regular basis, but doesn't really get written on. So it's just going to look busy, and I'm not sure that that's super avoidable. But I think having the shelves neat and organized really helps things. So that's my focus there. I just need to continue to plug away at this stuff and get these areas cleaned off. It's nice and quiet in here at this point because Brandon just took the kids to track practice. I was planning to go, but at this point I just want to get this sort of day 2 stuff done so that the last thing I have to do is just come in and decorate. So we are plugging away at this, and track practice is just up the road, so if I finish early, I will head up there, but if not, hopefully I will have this done. Well, track practice ends at 7. I'm not staying here till 7. It's currently 5:31 for reference, so I've been here for about an hour and a half, which feels a little crazy that it's already been that long, but that's where we're at, so just making slow but steady progress. I'm really proud of myself that the inside of this cabinet is actually a lot more organized than I was giving myself credit for. As soon as I opened it, I remembered the buckets are pretty well organized with things like expo markers in here. We've got erasers and handheld pencil sharpeners in there. This is all varieties of tape. I've got my staples there, extra tape dispenser, and then over there is like glue sticks, markers. I've got my stack of pencils here. This is all coloring supplies back in there, and then notebooks and folders. So actually a lot more organized than I was giving myself credit for, as I said. So it's made putting things away in there super easy. I know that the other side is pretty well organized too, but I can't get to this side super easily, and I need to crack it open and see. We're gonna have to do better than that. I've got to be able to open at least. There we go. I'll have to bump it back a little more, but I've got to be able to open at least one side. This side is not bad either. Looks like we're pretty organized in here as well. So my efforts from last year are still paying off. Probably not actually a ton to get rid of other than true trash items. So better than I was expecting. Let's keep going. my hair is a mess at this point. I'm probably a mess. I'm feeling very hot and very sweaty, but I am also very pleased with everything that I've accomplished. So I did end up putting some decor pieces around the room, but it really wasn't decorating to me because it was just putting things that I've had out in previous years right back out. So it was more of just getting everything in place and not really decorating. So we're still saving all the decorating for part 3, which I'm very excited about. That's probably my favorite day, which is why I'm saving it for last, best for last. But we got a lot of things organized, and I ended up throwing out a good bit of just old papers, things that were broken, true trash. I did end up collecting a little bit more to get rid of. I think that honestly, the majority of the get rid of items are going to come from the closet. And I'm not tackling that today. It is now 6:50, and I said I was not staying here until 7 o'clock. So I have been here since 4 o'clock, a little after 4, so almost 3 hours, and I think that's enough. I'm sweaty, I want to go home, I would like to eat dinner, and so the closet is not happening today, and honestly, I would like to get to it this summer because I know if I don't get to it this summer, I'm not going to get to it during the school year, but we will see. It is not at the top of my to-do list or priority list, however you want to call that, whatever you want to call that list. But everything else is looking really good, so let me give you a little tour around and summarize for you the things that we did, because you got to see it all in fast motion, but you might want to know exactly what I was doing. So let me give you a little tour and debrief. So if you enter the classroom, this is about what you're going to see. Absolutely love this sign. A student gifted it to me a couple of years ago. 3rd grade was so last year. Welcome to 4th grade. I was going to put it in the back corner above the take a break space, but then I thought it doesn't really make sense there because it's something that is saying welcome to 4th grade, so it's something you should see as you're kind of walking in the door, so I felt like this was a really great place to put it, so that's exactly where we put it. Moving along, things are looking nice and neat and organized here. I've gone through everything in here, feel so much better about that. I've gone through everything on this little rolling shelf. These are mostly empty, to be honest. I am finding that I actually have way more storage options than I probably need, which I'm not complaining about. I'm not going to get rid of any storage items right now. I want to see how I grow into them as the year progresses, and then if I don't use them during this school year, I will probably get rid of them before next school year, but we'll see how we end up using them. Here on my stand-up desk, we have all of our new items that we received today. I did not end up putting up the pencil parking yet. I couldn't use my beautiful label maker because I don't have batteries for it, so I'm going to need to bring in some batteries, and then I will be able to label all the things. That will be a lot of fun to be able to do that on the decorating day. Here are all the decorating items, as well as the Velcro dots. Those really aren't a decorating item per se, but since they were something that came in the mail to me, I just left them there. I do have this small stack of personal keepsake items, cards that kids have made me and cards that colleagues have given me, and I have a binder where I store all this kind of stuff somewhere, but I had thought it was on my bookshelf and it definitely is not. So I'm wondering if I moved it to the closet, and again, as we just talked about, the closet is just not something that I am worrying about right now. So I may find that later, or I may opt to put those in a different location. Time will tell. But this is how the shelving area is looking. Feeling so much better. I have an entire shelf that's free, as well as portions of other shelves that are free, so I feel like that looks really nice, that things are not stuffed to the max and overflowing. Everything is neat and organized and tidy. It feels really good. So I'm in love with my little teacher corner. Everything about this corner is feeling good. Very good. Then, if you scan through the rest of the classroom, I got everything back on top of the heater that belongs there and everything off that doesn't. And then over here, this shelf, the last time that you saw it in normal speed, it was covered in all kinds of things, specifically some sheets, which were on top of a whole bunch of decor items and things like that. So we got that taken care of. And these sorts of items that came out from under the sheet went into places like this. I got this lamp plugged back in. I got a pencil sharpener plugged in, as well as that corner lamp there. The outlet situation in this classroom is not ideal. I will say it like that and move on because it's a story in and of itself. But this is our last little collection of hasn't been put away items yet. So here I just have this little storage bin that I'm not sure I'm going to use. It might go to the closet. I have a couple of additional power cords, extension cords, my word. Words are hard at this point. Then I have Colin's little bucket of toys. I just need to decide where I'm going to put this. I have plenty of places that I can put it. He plays with these things before he goes to his school in the morning. So when we get here, in between that time and him leaving, these are toys that he can access. So that will be easy to put away. I have a couple more pencil sharpeners, a box that I used to use to keep their pencils with their names on them, so I might be using that for the same purpose, but undecided so far. I have a lantern that needs to go back up, as well as this very cute rainbow sign. And then this thing will naturally get hung back up when this wire gets rehung, and that's something that Brandon's going to help me with. That's why that lantern is also hanging down in seemingly a weird location. This wire kind of goes across the classroom like so, and it runs parallel to that light. So it needs to hook into the wall somewhere over there. But at the end of the school year last year, the hook came out of the wall. It shouldn't be super hard to get it hung back up, but I'm gonna leave that to Brandon. I'm sure I could figure it out, but since he is available and willing to help, we're gonna go with that. I've gotten these things back into place. This is kind of the kids' little go-to station. They will also have a stapler over here. I'll replace the tape and we'll fill in the rest of these with some other little quick grab items. But for now, these are just items I was finding, and instead of throwing them away, I figured I could put them here. I use that basket for bookmarks, but this stuff is it for things that are out of place. Everything else is where it goes and in its home and feeling and looking good. So I am very satisfied with all that we were able to accomplish today, and very excited that pretty much what's left is just the fun parts, because that feels really good. And then of course, if I get to the closet, I really do want to, but I'm not holding myself off from the decorating any longer. That is going to be the next thing I do in this space. So, as I've said a few times now, we'll see about the closet. We'll see. This is the cuteness that we have going on so far. And honestly, I feel like I could have this classroom up and running tomorrow if I needed to. So that just takes a lot of pressure off me. We are in the final days of July right now. I was going to say August. We would already be back at school if that was the case. So I'm in very good standing to be able to decorate kind of at my leisure, and things are looking good. I'm feeling good. I don't like to wait till the last minute if I can avoid it. So this definitely feels good. And then as I mentioned, here's what we are getting rid of so far. I do not know what these are for. I think they came with a math kit that has not been used for a couple of years. If you know what these are, I would love to know. This is what the end looks like. I don't know. I don't know what they're for. I don't know how I would use them. I clearly have never used them. And I've been teaching 4th grade this is going to be my 4th year, and they've been with me since I started teaching 4th grade. So I figure if I haven't used them in all that time, I could probably just let them go. But that's our get rid of box, so that's how things are looking there for now. And then simply because I included some details about this in classroom setup vlog number 1, I wanted to show you the progress that they have made. They, as in whoever is responsible for, oh dear, constructing this. Our lights are motion censored, and apparently I'm not large enough. I'm over here fanning my arm around, but it's not enough to get the light to turn back on. Hello? No? Okay, well, we're gonna have to just go without the light. But anyway, wanted to give you an update on this. They have drywalled the outside of our offices as well as the inside, and by our, I don't mean mine. It's not for classroom teachers because we all have our own classrooms, but it's for some of our other staff that we have to be able to use, because we are quickly outgrowing our school, which I know many schools are. So we've had to get creative and, oh, there we go, there's the light. We've had to get creative and find ways to utilize the space that we do have, and these offices are able to be built in here. I guess I thought it was going to be 2 offices, but this doesn't really look large enough to be 2 offices, so maybe it's 1 office with 2 doorways. Uncertain for sure, and I also don't know what they're doing for a roof. in here, but it's a decent sized little space for someone. I'm eager to see who's going to get to work in there because they're going to be right outside of my classroom. Oh, the coziness. It just feels so good. All right, I'm going to get out of here for tonight, and I will catch up with you for classroom setup day 3. Thank you for joining me today. Oh, it was a tiring one, but it worked out well. I'm very glad with, as I've said, everything that we have gotten accomplished. So, on to decorating and vlog number 3. Not now, but in the future. I look forward to seeing you then. I hope that you are well. If you are also a teacher, I hope that your back to school prep is going wonderfully, or if you are already back to school, I hope that that is also going wonderfully. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.